Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to our participants. Magandang hapon sa lahat. Can I hear a yes, yes, yes? Kung if you were able to eat your lunch, yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes,
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 yes.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Hello to our participants once again, and to our live stream viewers in YouTube and in Facebook. We are live now in our Facebook page, DepEd Lapu-Lapu City Division, and in our YouTube channel, Office 365 webinar series. So we're down to our afternoon session on the last day of our webinar on how to prepare your virtual classroom. So I guess we are all set and we are all ready for what's in store for us this afternoon. So without further ado, let us start the afternoon with a prayer. Ma'am Judeline.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Let us put ourselves in the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty Father, Creator of heaven and earth and everything in between, we humbly come before you with thanksgiving in our hearts, asking for your never-ending mercy. We lift your name on high above any name that has ever existed, our Father and Creator. We ask you to bless, protect, and to pour your supernatural favor upon us, our children, spouses, and our friends. We are very grateful for giving us this time today to be gathered online in our webinar on how to prepare our virtual classrooms. We thank you for giving us good health all the time. Today, as we continue our training, we give you our hearts and our minds. Lord, please bless our speakers. Guide all of us, Lord God, as we continue our webinar this afternoon. We ask for your presence, Lord God. We pray that you would deepen our comprehension, broaden our thinking, and transform our understanding of what we are about to learn today. Give us patience, dear Lord, as we go on with our training today. We offer to you our training today. This we pray in your holy and mighty Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Judeline, for that heartfelt prayer. So Again, let me remind you to for everyone who are not able to register in our registration, so just go to bit.ly/LLC virtual classroom registration. You key in this to any browsers. It could be Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or in your cell phones for you to receive your certificates and additional Microsoft badges. So thank you for that, Ma'am Judilyn. I guess we are all set for our afternoon speaker, and for this afternoon, he will be talking about Microsoft Excel. I am referring to the ICT coordinator of Mariganda National High School, the division, one of the division ICT core team member, and a Microsoft innovative educator. He is our host. Yesterday, I am referring to no other than Lodi ng Bayan in the division of Lapu-Lapu City, Mr. Fritz Marata. Sir Fritz, take it away, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Sir Fritz.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Good
Ma'am
afternoon,
Juday.
sir.
Yes, good afternoon. So, let me start by, wait, I will, there. Can you see my screen now?
Yes,
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 yes, yes.
yes. Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
so once again, good afternoon, everyone. My respect to our schools division superintendent, Dr. Wilfreda Bungalos, our assistant schools division superintendent, Dr. Marcelita Dignos, CID chief, Dr. Oliver Tuburan, SGOD chief, Dr. Evelyn Gala, administrative officers, education program supervisors, for SGOD, we have Dr. Rican Montejo. We have school heads for both in public and private schools. My fellow trainers, headed by our division IPO, Sir Donald Dungog, teachers, live stream viewers on Facebook and YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, pleasant afternoon to each and everyone again. Again, good afternoon, everyone. So, before I will formally start, so I have a few reminders to reiterate. First is to mute and unmute. So you already know that. And we also have to download my PowerPoint or my PDF file. I have already posted it in our presentations channel. So the file name is MS Excel 365 virtual classroom. Okay, so you can again access my PDF file at the presentations channel in this team. Now, third is the flow of this session. So, first is I am going to walk you through with the steps of our activity, and that is emphasizing the premium account. Okay, so premium account so that we can differentiate that with our experience with the free account, because that will be for the demonstration. So during the demonstration, I'm going to demonstrate the steps uh, using free account. Anyway, there are only slight differences, plus alternative ways on how to cope up with the steps in premium using the free account. Okay, so that is the second part of the flow of the session. And then the third one is a 5-minute activity. Okay, so I am going to give an activity for you to do and perform. And for those who are already done with the activity, you can uh, have your CR break while waiting for the others to finish. Okay, and then Lastly, for the flow of this session, we will have a Q&A portion wherein you can raise your hand if you have some clarification about the topic. So our topic is about Excel 365. Okay? And then lastly, the hashtag we excel as one. So you can use the hashtag if you are going to post this session in your social media account for social media visibility. Okay? So again, that is hashtag we excel as one. Am I too fast? Okay, Ra? Can I have a yes, yes, yes? If I am too fast?
Okay, Sir Fritz. Yes,
No, no,
yes,
Okay,
yes.
Ra?
no.
No, no, no. So you just tell me if I am too fast in discussing. So um, again, I am Fritz Murata from Marigondo National High School, and I have attended the regional training of Microsoft Office 365 for senior high school last May 21 to 23, 2019 at Bay Hotel, and also the capacity building cum training of trainers of Region 7 ITOs and Division ICT core team on Microsoft Office 365 last January 13 and 14 of this year at the DepEd Ecotech. So that is together with Sir Don and Ma'am Judeline. So I guess Ma'am Judeline has already mentioned this yesterday. And we also had Ma'am Rubes as our resource speakers back then. And the training aimed to ensure that Microsoft Office 365 will be fully utilized by teaching and non-teaching courses in Region 7. And hopefully that is including the private schools, of course. And so with the participants of that training, we're expected to cascade the training. The reason why it is my great honor to be one of the speaker for this webinar for public and private schools on how to prepare our virtual classroom, primarily using Microsoft Office 365. Okay, so now I am tasked to introduce some of the new features of Excel 365. And to do this, let us be guided by the following objectives. So first is to describe Excel as a useful application. Okay. Next is to recognize basic parts of the Excel screen for us to be refreshed. And then third, introduce new features of Microsoft Excel 365. So these are features that cannot be accessed maybe in the older versions. And lastly, we have to analyze data using Excel and forms in Teams. Okay, so we will integrate the um, application of forms. We will do that in Teams, and we will primarily use the application Excel both in web app and desktop app. Okay, so those are the objectives for this afternoon's session about Excel. Now, um, to start, basically Excel is a software program that allows users to organize, format, and calculate data with formulas using a spreadsheet system. So in our profession as teachers, it is very useful in computing grades, getting MPS, BMI, percentage of correct responses, consolidations, and so on. So almost all of our reports are made from Excel as long as it involves computations. But with Office 365, um, it has improved into a web-based version of the traditional suite of enterprise grade productivity application, meaning we can now share our spreadsheets online or in the cloud by the help of OneDrive and SharePoint to collaborate with our colleagues. So we can invite them to edit the same file in real time, just like what we did with other applications. We already have introduced collaborations or co-authoring with uh, Microsoft Word, with PowerPoint. So you can also do that with Excel 365. That is the update on this office. Okay, so next is the logo evolution. So it is very important for us to familiarize the different logos, especially um, the new ones, so that we can check if we have installed the latest version. So we notice from the simplest, we have Excel 2.0 down to Excel 2019 and Excel 365 with the same logos. So I hope you can check on your Excel application if that is already 365, 2019, 2016, and so on. Okay? So that you can relate to the features that I am going to introduce. Okay, so um, this time, let us have a quick review on the basic parts of Excel screen. So that is because this will help us be refreshed on where specific functions are located. So starting with the quick access toolbar. So again, a quick access toolbar is found at the upper left of the screen. Okay, and it contains commonly used Excel commands. You have their autosave, save, and then undo and redo. Also have tools there that you can access that are hidden. Okay, and then next are the tabs and the buttons. So the tabs are the ones at the top, like file, home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, and so on. So those are tabs. And under tabs are buttons. So the specific functions under tabs. And this bring our favorite commands into the open by showing multiple commands grouped in specific categories. Okay, say for example, we have here home tab. So under home tab are groups like clipboard, font, alignment, number, styles, cells, editing, ideas. So by the way, I am using the desktop application, the basic parts of the desktop application. Um, but anyway, uh, the web application is a simpler one. It has a simple structure than the desktop application. Okay, and then the next part is formula bar. So formula bar is a toolbar at the top of the spreadsheet that can be used to enter or copy an existing formula into the cells or charts. So that is the formula bar. Next is column headings. So these are column headings with letters. They are labeled alphabetically. And column headings are a row of letters used to identify each column within the sheet. And then next part is row headings. So the row headings are a column of numbers, and they are used to identify each row within the sheet. So these are the row headings. Next is cell selector. And a cell selector is used to select a cell. So from the word itself, cell selector. Next is sheet tab. So the sheet tab is found at the bottom left part of the screen. Can be sheet 1, you can add sheet 2, and so on. And this tab is used to display the worksheet that we are currently editing. So say, for example, in this Excel screen, we are currently editing sheet 1. Okay? And then the status bar. So the status bar is at the bottom part of the sheet tab, and it displays various information about an Excel worksheet. So that is status bar. Now, lastly, we have the document views and zoom control. So from the word itself, document views, you can opt to view the document in different ways. And then zoom control, you can zoom in and out the worksheets. Okay? So much for the basic parts. Now let us appreciate how powerful an Excel 365 is by introducing its new features, namely the co-authoring, which was already being mentioned by our previous speakers, or what we call as collaboration with colleagues. Second is pivot table. Okay, so pivot table is, we're going to introduce pivot table later with examples. And along with pivot table is pivot chart. We also have slicers. And at the last part, I am going to add uh, two other features like speak cells. I think you're already familiar with speak cells. And the last one is data from picture. So data from picture. Interesting, right? So are you familiar with these new features of Excel 365? Can we go directly to the activity if you're already familiar with this? Can I have a no, no, no? Napa ko? Sige na ko sa Mars.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Okay, thank you for the response, ma'am. Tulog ni Mingaw man. Okay, so let's proceed to the first new feature of Excel 365, which is co-authoring. Okay, and what is co-authoring? So co-authoring is with co-authoring you and your colleagues can open and work on the same Excel workbook. So when you co-author or collaborate, you can see each other's changes quickly in a matter of seconds. So meaning you can have the the updates or changes that your colleagues have made in real time. Okay, that is co-authoring. And to apply co-authoring with Excel, so you will have the first activity, which is to apply co-authoring. And we will do this inside Teams. Okay, so this is if um, your account is premium. But later during the demo, I am going to give an alternative way to cope up with these steps so that we can still apply this feature using A1 or the free account. So later during the demo. But before that, we will have first this one. So activity 1 is composed of 11 steps. So I hope you can bear with me as I I'll walk you through with the steps. So how to create an Excel or an Excel workbook for co-authoring. So for us to apply co-authoring in Teams, we have to create an Excel workbook. Okay, so how to do that? First is to go to Files tab. So, by the way, I am actually in Teams. So I have created my team, MNHS, SHS, MIL class because I am handling media and information literacy. So this is my team. And I have a channel. I only have one channel, which is general. So when I click general, so at the top, there are tabs. Okay? We have posts, files, class notebook, assignments, and grades. So the first step to create a workbook is to go to Files tab. And that is the second tab. So when you click Files, okay, that one. So a drop-down list, I mean, we have here um, functions below that will appear. And that is for us to do the second step, which is to click New. Okay, so under Files tab is the function New. And we also have their plus sign before New. We also have Upload and so on. So the first function there under Files tab is New. You click that as a second step, and a drop-down list will appear. We have here folder, Word document, Excel workbook, PowerPoint, OneNote, forms for Excel. So what is the third step is to select Excel workbook. Okay, so this one here, we're going to select Excel workbook because it is our topic, right? Okay, so third step is to select Excel workbook. Next is when you select Excel workbook, now a dialog box will appear and the other parts of the screen is darkened. Okay, so that you will only focus on the dialog box, which is an Excel workbook dialog box. So what are you going to do in this dialog box is the fourth step, and that is to type the name of your workbook. So in this space here, this part here, you're going to type your workbook. In my example, I have uh, type emotion check. Okay, so you will just use the same file name with our um, example later during the demonstration. So after typing your name or the name of your workbook, the fifth step is to click create. Okay, so that you can officially create your workbook. So click create and you will be directed to an Excel window, which is just in Teams. If you may notice in the sides, we have there the navigation panel of Teams, right? And also at the top. So we are just in Teams. So this is the workbook that you have created. And at the top there, at the upper left, you have there the name of the workbook, emotion check. Okay, so what is the next step? So we are now in the sixth step. So since we have already created our Excel workbook, okay, thank you for muting your mic. So since we are done creating with our Excel workbook, we can now close this workbook. Ano naman? Or why do we have to do this? So that we can attach this workbook to the tabs so that your students or the members of the team can easily access this workbook for collaboration. Okay, so we are going to click close and close it. Close is a close button is at the upper right of the screen. If we are going to magnify that, so there. So you have to click the close button, and then you can now see there in the list of files the workbook that you have created. You have their emotion check. So next step, number 7, is to click plus sign. Okay, where is plus sign? So plus sign is next to grades. We are just in line up with the tabs. So next to grades is a plus sign. You're going to click that as the 7th step. And once you click that, another dialog box will appear for you to select the application that you are going to attach in the tab, okay, in the tab section. So since we are talking about Excel, so our 8th step is to select Excel as our application to be attached. So that is in the second application next to document library. So that is Excel. Once you click Excel, another dialog box will appear, and with this box, you're going to do the 9th step, and that is to type a tab name. Okay, so we have to uh, put or give a name to our tab so that it will be distinguished from the other tab. So we will do that. We will type the tab name in this part here, and the same with the file name. I am going to use emotion check as an example of the tab name. And then after typing, the 10th step is to select your created workbook. Okay, so where can you select your created workbook? So in the list of files under general. Okay, so you have your emotion check. So it is already listed because you have already created this workbook. So select that. And lastly, for the 11th step, we are going to click save. Okay, so click save so that we now added the emotion check next to grades. Okay, so emotion check tab is already there. And once you click that, now the window of the workbook will appear at the lower part of the tab. Okay, so we have now here the tab, the workbook under emotion check tab. Okay, so since we have already added the emotion check tab, this can now be accessible to all the members of your team. So say, for example, your students can already click on that and edit the workbook in real time. So they can collaborate or co-author with the activity that you're going to give them using the Excel workbook. Okay, so that is, and those are the steps on how to create a workbook for co-authoring inside Teams. Okay, so finally, an Excel tab is created, and we will have the demo time. Okay, so for the demo time, for the demo, we will follow these 11 steps for this activity. So I am going to split screen first so that the steps are visible while I am doing the demo. Okay, and then we also have our teams there. Okay, so in the right side, we have our Teams desktop application, and then At the left side, we have our the steps. Okay, so to um, follow or to demo the steps, the first one is to go to our team and click for a channel. So I will click Teams, and then I am already here in our team. We have how to prepare our virtual classroom. Let me just zoom this out. Right there. So I'm going to click our team how to prepare a virtual classroom. By the way, if you want to follow the steps, you cannot do this in our team, which is how to prepare a virtual classroom, because only owners can do this. So if you want to apply the steps in creating a workbook, you have to apply it in your team, wherein you are the owner. Okay, so since I am the owner of one of the owners of this team, so I can create a workbook for my students. So I will click how to prepare a virtual classroom, Teams, and then I am in general. I am going to click general channel. So I am already in general channel, and inside this channel, there are tabs at the top. So I'm going to click this is now our first, diba? First step. We're still in the first step there. So first step is to go to Files tab here. We have clicked the Files tab, and under Files tab, we are going to click New. So once we click New, again, drop down list will appear, and we will select, for the third step, we will select Excel Workbook. So once we select Excel Workbook, for the fourth step, we are going to type the name of our workbook in this dialog box. So the same as the example, I'm going to use emotion check. Okay, so I have already typed the name of my workbook, which is emotion check. And for the sixth step, so fifth step is to click create. Emotion check is already there. So I am just going to have a unique name, emotion check 1. Let's see. There. So you already have emotion check 1. Okay? And I am already directed to the window of the workbook. Okay? Which is still inside Teams. So the next step is to close this Excel window. Okay, so we will close that. So I have already created there emotion check 1. Si Kuon. We have Love Herma. That's already followed with 9 minutes ago. So emotion check 1, I have created emotion check 1. And this time, for the seventh step, we are going to attach this Excel or Excel workbook to the tabs by doing step number 7, and that is to add a tab. And to add a tab, we have to click plus sign. Okay, and the dialog box will appear for you to select Excel as the application. Okay, that is the 8th step. And 9th step is to type a tab name. So I have here the tab name, and we are going to rename this as emotion check. I will make it the same with the file name. and then emotion check. Um, I mean, in this 10th step, you are going to select our created workbook, emotion check 1, and then click save for the last step. Okay? So if you're going to maximize this window, you can now see there next to PowerPoint our added tab with a name emotion check 1. So this time this will now be accessible to our students for them to collaborate. And we already have Sir Ronan Birami to edit the file. Okay, so Sir Ronan can access because he is one of the members of the team. So before Sir Ronan will write something there, so our activity for this, for you to collaborate or to co-author, since our file name is emotion check, so that is the activity all about. So we are going to, um, or you as the members have to supply the following um, headings. We have the first one is name. Okay, you have to give your name or type in your name, the name of your school. Next is to answer the question, how are you feeling right now? Okay, there, and then I'll just make this bigger so that it will be emphasized. Wait, here. So, okay, there. So, and we have already our active participants from this team to collaborate with other members. How are you feeling right now? Can the rest of the participants here in Teams can access this tab or only the guests? So if guests from this team cannot access or edit this workbook, so we have an alternative way for that later. Or we can also have our live stream viewers um, to participate with us. So how to do that? How to make our live stream viewers to participate in this activity? So what we are going to do as an alternative way, if you cannot make your students participate with this workbook because actually um, there are restrictions for free accounts. So what we're going to do is to use the portal. Okay, so what is the portal? You have to go to office.com and sign in your free account. Okay, so in my case, I have fritz.marata at lapu-lapu division on microsoft.com. I'm going to sign in a browser. So automatically, na-sign in ako. So next is, you're going to open an Excel web application. So let's open an Excel web application and create a new blank workbook. Okay. So while the rest of the members of the team are co-authoring here, I am going to discuss on alternative way on how to make the live stream viewers to participate in this activity. So again, I am creating a workbook online or in our web application. Next is I am going to edit the workbook with the headings name, school, and then the question, how are you feeling right now to check your emotions. Okay, and emphasize that by maximizing the size. Okay, and then next is to share this. Okay, share this workbook with anyone with a link can edit. Okay, so anyone can edit this file even if you are not members of the team. So by copying this link, and then I'm going to go to bit.ly so that will be easily accessed. I am going to shorten the link and customize the shortened link to, let's say, Excel emotion. Let's try to check if this is available. Link has been edited, so this is now can be copied, and I am going to put this here. We already have here the link. So you go to, live stream viewers, you can participate by um, going to bit.ly/Excel emotion, okay, with capital E's, so that you can also participate and access this file that I have created in through our web application in our portal. So you already have here a guest, Jeremy Libato from Buaya Elementary School to answer the question. Thank you, Ma'am Jera. And let's acknowledge those that are in teams. You already have here Ma'am Jezabel from Destiny Christian Learning Center. And according to her, a bit sleepy but still engaged. Thank you, ma'am, for that very honest answer. We also have Sir Ronan Joseph Birami from Nancy Birami Child Care Center Incorporated, and he is feeling happy today. Okay. We also have Sir Lyric Dave Villarta from Destiny Christian Learning Center, and according to him, he was born ready. Wow, he was born ready. We also have Love Herma Kadiong from Blessed Zion Academy of Cebu Incorporated, and she is feeling ecstatic and blessed. Wow, that's Love Herma, Ma'am Love Herma. We also have Ma'am Julie Amarilli from LLCCES, Central Elementary School, right? And she's feeling good. Ma'am Apple Sinden, familiar ang name? Shout out to you. And she's from Nancy Birami Child Care Center Incorporated, and she's feeling great. Ma'am Marites Basmayor from Central Elementary School, Lapu-Lapu City Central, is also feeling great. The same with Ma'am Apple. Also have Sir Keith RJ from USC, and he is feeling happy. And lastly, we have Sir Isagani Aguinaldo from Kalumpit National High School in Bulacan. Wow, shout out to all the participants from Bulacan. And according to Sir Isagani, he is feeling happy and motivated to learn more. Wow, thank you so much, Sir Isagani. Let's go back to our participants in live stream. Let's see if there are already changes. We have, aside from Jeremy, also have Ma'am Shane Saga from Blessed Zion Academy, and She's happy. Ma'am Jenny Hias from Maribago High School is great and feeling excited. Ma'am Jocelyn Coscos from Buaya Elementary School is feeling great. And then Ma'am Miriam Bacos is still typing. Ma'am Grace Katag from Buaya Elementary School is feeling good. Tanong ko sa kanta. Feeling good. Yeah. Okay, so Sir Rafael P. from Antipolo National High School. So we are live in Antipolo, and Sir Rafael is feeling tired but alive. Thank you for that very honest answer, sir. We also have Ma'am Leonila Lavador from Blessed Zion Academy, and she is feeling challenged. Wow, thank you for that, ma'am. We also have Sir Ma'am Linen Baguio, ma'am or sir, and she or he is still typing. So that is how we co-author or collaborate with our colleagues using Excel workbook. Only one Excel workbook, and the changes of or updates of those participants are um, reflected in real time. We also have Ma'am Joanne Kapin. Ma'am Linen Baguio is from Honey Hosea Academy, and she is feeling great and happy. Okay, so just continue collaborating or co-authoring with our Excel workbook as we continue with the next activity. So I hope you have enjoyed the first activity. Are you? Can I have a yes, yes, yes from the
Yes, yes,
team's
yes,
participants?
yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you for actively
Yes, yes,
participating.
yes.
Yeah, so um, there are times that the participants will be um, what do you call that? They will overlap with the entries of other participants. So all you need to do is to assign, you can also assign numbers to your students so that they will not overlap or overwrite the answers of others. Okay? So that the collaboration will be smooth. And then what is amazing with this application is that we can open the workbook in desktop app. What do you mean by desktop app? Meaning the one that is installed in our computer. So you can open this in our the workbook can be opened in a desktop app and still get updates in real time. So not like other web applications that when there are already responses and then you want to download those responses and convert that to Excel, you can no longer get updates or real-time changes from the source. But with this web application, even if you're going to open this in a desktop app, the desktop application can still get the real-time changes of collaboration of the participants. So say, for example, I am going to open this in desktop app. At the top, there is a button there to open the Excel or desktop app, and then resume editing. So we have here this one. I am already in my desktop application. I have my Excel application in the desktop, and still I am getting changes or updates from the contributors of this workbook. So as long as this is connected to SharePoint or OneDrive, so as long as the link is still active, so this desktop application or this desktop file can still receive updates if ever there are changes made by the contributors. Okay, so that is the amazing part of this application, from web application with real-time updates to desktop application with still real-time updates or changes from the contributors. Is that amazing? Can I have a yes, yes, yes for that?
Yes, yes, yes.
Of course.
Yes,
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Of course.
yes, we
Yes,
can.
yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, yes,
We have here
yes.
guest contributor is here. I have 9 plus contributors in my desktop application. This is the same contributors in my web application. Okay, so that is the uh, amazing part of that. Okay, so continue um, editing the file while we will we will proceed to the next activity. Okay, so we are done with activity 1, which is co-authoring. Are there questions before we proceed? Wala ra? You can raise your hand in Teams so that we can entertain questions. Let's check if there are participants raising their hands. No. So no questions. So since there are no questions, we can now proceed to the next activity. And for the next activity, this is creating a source data using forms. Okay, so why are we creating, or why do we have to create a source data? So that we can introduce the second, third, and fourth features that I've introduced a while ago. And what are they? So we have pivot table, pivot chart, and slicers. Okay, but we cannot apply those features if we don't have source data. So we have to create first our source data, and by creating, we will integrate the application of MS Forms introduced yesterday by Ma'am Gwenny. Yes, 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 Ma'am Gwenny. Okay, so we will now connect the application from MS Forms with the application from Excel. So how to do that? Let us have this 6 steps. Okay, so first step is to create another workbook and attach it in another tab. So the same steps that we had followed, that we followed in our activity 1. So we will create a workbook and then attach that in another tab. So say for example, I have here a tab results. Okay, we are going to magnify that. I have named the tab results. Okay, after creating a workbook and attaching it in another tab, second step is to go to insert tab. Okay, so why are we here now? So I have click results tab. That is why the workbook of results tab appears here, which is a workbook for an Excel application. Okay, so in here, in this Excel file, we are going to go to insert tab. So insert tab is here next to home. And after clicking insert tab, the third step is to click forms. Okay, forms. And forms is under insert tab. That is why we have to click insert tab. So that forms will appear. And then when you click forms, the fourth step is to select new form. Okay, so drop down list will appear when you click forms. And in the drop down list, you are going to select new form. So this one here, new form. Once you click new form, you will be directed to the browser to open the Microsoft form. Okay, for you to create a form, which is our fifth step. So again, we are here, we are outside Teams now. So in steps 1 to 4, we did that inside Teams, but in the fifth step, we are now in a browser to create a form. Okay, so once you have created the form, you have there, say for example, survey on learning delivery modalities, and then you've added a question, or you have their name, division, years of teaching experiences. So you want your participants to fill those questions in the form. And then after creating a form, we will go back to Teams. Okay? So back to the worksheet, that is number 6. A source data is created, and that is created in real time. Okay? If you are going to go back to results and you have already shared the link of the form and your respondents have already responded to the form, now you will see in real time the responses of um, your participants. Okay, so say for example here, name, division. So you can see their changes in real time while the participants are submitting their answers to the form. Is that amazing? Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, that's
Yes, yes,
amazing.
yes.
Yeah, so we can do that later during the demo. Okay, so we are done with the walkthrough of activity 2, creating a source data using forms. So finally, a source data is created. So this one here, the one that you are seeing changes in real time is actually your source data that you can use to uh, uh, add pivot table, pivot chart, and the slicers that we're going to introduce later. Okay, so let's have first um, the demo time. So we also have here additional tip. You can also create a tab for the survey form. Diba? With Ma'am Gwen, she has introduced on how to add a tab for forms, right? So that we can attach the form inside Teams. So you can also do that. You can create a tab for the survey form so that your students or the members of your team can easily access the form. So you don't have to share the link to them. You can just ask them to go over to the survey tab at the top of the general channel for them to submit their answers to the form. And in real time, you can view the results in this workbook. Okay, so let's have a demo. So for the demo time, for the demonstration, we will follow these 6 steps in creating a source data using forms. So I am going to split screen again and go back to Teams. You have your Teams. And for the first step of creating a source data, you're going to create another Excel workbook and attach it in another tab. So I have here my Teams application. I'm going to go to General, and then in General, I am going to create another workbook. I'm going to go to Files tab, click New, and select Excel workbook, and I will name this results. Okay, and then create. And then I have already created my workbook. Next is to attach it in another tab. Okay, so I am going to close this workbook and then click plus sign, select Excel. I'm going to name the tab results. and then select the created workbook and click save. And there I have my wrong spelling results. Okay, yun na lang na. Okay, so there I am already in my workbook for results. And next step is to go to insert tab. So insert tab is here. And under insert tab, number 3 is click forms. This one is forms. And click new form or select new form. And there I am directed to a browser for me to um, edit my form, to create my MS form. So for this part, I am going to name this LDM survey. Okay, what do you mean by LDM? Anybody? What is LDM?
Learner delivery.
That is learning delivery modality. Okay, so LDM means learning delivery modality. So the survey is all about the preferable learning delivery modality by teachers. So let's um, conduct a quick survey about LDM with our participants here. So first is we're going to um, add teacher's name for you to uh, provide later. Next is the school. So name of school. And then another is level. So let's say you are teaching elementary, junior high school, or senior high school. So you'll have choices for that. You can have level, and then first option is elementary. Second option is junior high school. And the last one is senior high school. Okay, and then we will add another question is years of service. So we will have another multiple choice. So years of service, you can have 0 to 5 years, then 5 to, 10, 6 to 10 years. Another one, if there are still teachers 11 to 15 years of service. Is there any? Or 16 to 20? Let's see. Okay. And then lastly, I am going to create another question which is about preferred learning delivery modality. So we can have face-to-face. Next option is can have distance learning. Distance learning can be online or modular, right? If I'm not mistaken. We also have blended learning. Meaning there are times that the class is face to face or both face to face and distance learning. After blended learning, we have homeschooling, and lastly, for senior high school, we can have apprenticeship. Apprenticeship. There. So after creating the form, so it is automatically saved. This time, we are going to, um, we can attach this as tab in our Teams for the members to easily access. Okay, if you may notice in our Teams, now automatically the workbook has created headings as we created our form. Okay, and then we will close this and go back to general. We can attach a tab for forms, and then we will click add an existing form, and automatically it will detect the created the form that I have created. We have LDM survey, and then save. So there, the form is already attached as tab. So the students or your participants, the members of the team can already go to that tab, fill LDM survey to answer the form. Okay? So if you are a member of this team, you can go directly to the tab. Okay? Shout out to all the members of the teams. You can go directly to the tab that I have attached so that you can um, answer the form. And then for those uh, who are not members, they are live stream viewers, you can still participate in this activity by um, accessing the link that I'm going to share with you. So I am going to go back to my forms and then share this with anyone with a link can respond. Okay, so I'm going to share this link to anyone with a link. Copy the link, and since the link is too long, we can use bit.ly to shorten the link. Okay, and then to easily access the link, we can customize the shortened link to Excel LDM. Let's see if this is available. Yes, link has been edited. So you can now go to bit.ly/Excel LDM. Please observe capitalization for this link, and you can participate by answering the form. And how to check if there are already participants responding to the form, I am going to go back to my results, the workbook that I have created. And as you may notice there, we're going to check there are already responses from teachers, namely Gwendolyn Templado from Pu Elementary School. Shout out to you, Ma'am Gwen. And then we also have Sir Ronan Joseph Birami from Nancy Birami Child Care Center, Medical Goal Center. We also have Ma'am Jenny Iyas as another respondent from Maribago High School. So in real time, I can check for the responses of the forms that I have created. We also have the response from Love Herma Kadyong from Blessed Zion Academy of Cebu Incorporated. We also have Ma'am Patricia Sitoy from Divine Angels Academy de Cebu. Ma'am Apple Sinden from Nancy Berami Child Care Center. Hmm? Another center. Vivian B. Halores from Babagdos Elementary School. We also have Ma'am Dosil Cueco from Suba Masulog Elementary School. Actually, the responses here are both from the members of the team and from the live stream viewers because I have shared to them the link of the form. Okay, so we also have Ruth Lasabas from King School, Ma'am Mary Ann Arong from Maribagua High School. Oh, Ma'am Mary Ann. Hi, Ma'am Mary Ann. We also have Ma'am Grace Katag from Buhaya Elementary School, Ma'am Waylin Sitoy from Divine Angels Academy de Cebu, Ma'am Maria Joy Igar from Sabang Elementary School, Ma'am Joanne Capin from Blessed Zion Academy, Ma'am Jesseline Coscos from Buhaya Elementary School, Ma'am Regerita Riganon from Boyong High School. Also, Ma'am Miriam Bacos from Blessed Zion Academy of Cebu. Ma'am Maria Linen Baguio from Honey Hosea Academy Incorporated. Also, Ma'am Marites Basmayor from Lapu-Lapu City Central Elementary School, Lapuangan of C. And then we also have Sir Isagani Aguinaldo from Kaumpit National High School. Ma'am Julie Amarilli from LLCCS, that is elementary. Um, any other response from the participants?
Pwede
Hmm?
pong balik sa link, sir.
Yes, ma'am. The link is again bit.ly slash Excel LDM. Okay, so observe capitalization so that it will be easily accessed. Again, that is bit.ly slash Excel LDM for you to answer the form. Let's go back to the responses. You also have Ma'am Leonila Lavador from Blessed Zion Academy of Cebu Incorporated. Sir Keith RJ from USC. Wow. And he is from senior high school. So there you have it. Are there other responses? Can still wait for you for 1 minute so that we can create our source data. Okay, so this is actually our source data already. And this source data will be used for us to apply the features or the functions of pivot table, pivot chart, and slicers later. Okay,
Sir, excuse again, lagod sa link, sir.
the link again is bit.ly slash Excel LDM. Okay, there. All right. Okay, we also have Sir Jonrel Sapanta from SAIS. We also have Ma'am Jeremy Libato from Buaya Elementary School, Ma'am Esther Uyaw from Bangkal National High School, Ma'am Chrislyn Dungog from Buaya Elementary School, Sir Paulo Amarilia from USC, and we have Sir Lyric Dave Villarta from Destiny Christian Learning Center. Ma'am Jessica Natividad from Bulacan. Wow, FCLNHS. We have Ma'am Gifuni, Ma'am or Sir, Igmila from Proverbsville Academy Foundation Incorporated. Ma'am Sarah Tain Igot from Buhay Elementary School. Ma'am Charlene Campos, Marigondonian. Shout out. Also, Ma'am Cecil Unga from Agus Elementary School, Ma'am Joanne Dungog, the wife of Sir Donald from STEC. Shout out to you, Ma'am Dungog. Also, Ma'am Sir Gabriel Nadella from Royal Child Academy, Sir Ken Sikop from Tingo, Grace Villarta from Destiny, Shane Saga, and so on. So those are the responses that I have received by sharing the form that I have created a while ago. Now to stop the responses so that we can use the data as our source, we can go back to our forms and we will stop accepting responses. And we will go to settings, uncheck accept responses, and that's it. Recipients aren't able to fill out and submit this form. So I guess you can no longer access the form because I have unchecked the function accept responses. Or I can also go to end date. So end specify the time to end the end accepting responses. Okay, can you still respond to the form?
No, no,
No,
no.
no, 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 no. Yes, because I have already stopped accepting responses. So that those responses that I have received will be used as my source data. Okay, so this time we will go back to my presentation to walk you through with the steps in using the other features. We have pivot table, pivot charts, and slicers. So that ends my activity number 2. Are there questions? Questions? Let me check the raise hand button if it is active for questions. So nobody raised hand, their hands. Okay, so we will proceed to the next part, which is here to add a pivot table, a pivot chart, and a slicer, which are the 3 other features of Excel 365 that we can use to analyze data. And what is this data that we are going to analyze is the responses that I have received from you through my through the forms. Okay, so first step to add these features is to go to Home tab. So I am here in my workbook with the results of the survey that I have conducted. Okay, so if I have already ended my survey, so I can now go back to the workbook with responses. And for the first step to add pivot tables, pivot chart, and slicer, we have to go to Home tab. Next is click ideas. Now ideas, this function of ideas is only available for premium. So this is not available in free account, but we have an alternative way for that, for us to still follow this step, which is applicable for premium. So click ideas if you are having a premium account. The third step is after clicking, now an ideas pane at the right side will appear. So that is ideas preview. So in this pane, there are suggested ideas or uh, on how to analyze the data in the workbook. So you can have here pivot table. So this is a pivot table wherein the data is being analyzed through a table. And another suggestion here, so that is the first one, you can click on insert pivot table. Okay, this is still in Teams. Okay, we are still on Teams. And then another suggestion here is to insert pivot chart. Okay, insert pivot chart. So you can also analyze the data that you have gathered through graphical representations, okay, or visual representations such as charts. So those are the suggested ideas on how to analyze the source data. So through ideas button, it is already available. Okay, the ways on how to analyze the source data is already available there through suggestions by the AI. Okay, next is if you have clicked on insert pivot table in the ideas preview, and um, once you have inserted pivot table, so in the workbook, so a pivot table will appear. Okay, this one here is the pivot table after you have clicked insert pivot table in the ideas preview. Okay, and if you click insert pivot chart, so this is now the pivot table. And what is pivot table, by the way, before we continue with pivot chart? So pivot table is a powerful tool to calculate, summarize, and analyze data that lets you see comparisons, patterns, and trends in your data. So simply analyzing the data from your source. By the way, where is our source data now? So we are actually in another sheet. Okay, we are in the same workbook, but the pivot table and pivot charts are separated in another sheet. So there is another sheet for the source data, and those pivot table and pivot charts appear in another sheet. Okay, I will show that later. Now, if you have already familiarized with the pivot table, additional definition with pivot table, if you're going to describe this, it is very easy to use. Okay, and no complex formulas to be used. You just have to simply drag and drop the categories in order to analyze data. So that is how powerful a pivot table is. Especially that we teachers, as we use Excel, we are always stressed with memorizing formulas, right? But with the use of pivot table, you can no longer, you don't have to use complicated formulas. You just have to drag and drop to analyze data. Okay. Later during the demonstration, I will show that to you how to um, add the pivot table. Another is you have here the pivot chart, and this will appear if you have click on the insert pivot chart. Another suggestion of the ideas preview. So after you have inserted pivot chart, so it will appear in the same um, worksheet with the pivot table. And what is a pivot chart? So pivot charts are like regular charts, except that they display data from a pivot table. Okay, so those that are graphically presented in a chart are the data from the pivot table. So that's why it is called pivot charts. So once there are changes that you have made in the pivot table, so automatically the pivot chart will also change. That's how powerful the two features are. Okay? So again, as I have said, um, those two features that we have inserted, the pivot table and pivot chart, appear in this sheet. We have idea 2. That is a separate sheet from form. This sheet here, the form, which is the source data. So if you're going to click this sheet here, the source data will appear. And then this another sheet, which is idea 1, this is where the pivot table appears. Okay, because you have individually um, click the insert pivot table and pivot chart. You cannot click them once. So that is the tendency. So another sheet will appear for the pivot table to be accommodated in the screen or in your workbook. And the idea too is where the both the pivot table and the pivot chart will appear. Okay, so that your data in your workbook will be organized. It will not appear in the same sheet. So you will be bombarded with so much data, right? So the Excel in Excel application in Teams has already organized all those data to be analyzed. Okay, so those are about the sheet tabs in the Excel application in Teams. Now, next is fourth step and fifth step. The fourth step is to insert a slicer. And then how to insert a slicer? So a slicer is actually not available in web application. So what are we going to do is to go to ellipsis, this one here, and we will click download. So we have to download this workbook so that it will be opened in a desktop application. Since web application doesn't have slicer. But anyway, slicers are just the same with the filter, which is part of the pivot table. So filter data that will appear in the table. So this is just to easily filter data or further filter the data in the pivot table. So you have to download the file after downloading. So we are now here in our desktop application. Okay, so this is now my downloaded file from the web application. Okay, so next step is number 6. We have to open the downloaded file that is already opened. So number 7, click any cell in the pivot table. So again, this is our pivot table here. And for the 7th step, we are going to click any cell. So you have to click any cell in the pivot table to make it active. Okay, once you have clicked the cell and the pivot table is already active, number 8 is to go to Analyze tab. So Analyze tab is at the top next to Acrobat. Okay, so this is now my desktop application. So if you are not, if you have missed to click the cell in the pivot table, Analyze tab will not appear. So that is how important step 7 is. You have to click any cell in the pivot table for the Analyze tab to appear at the top and go to the Analyze tab. Once you click Analyze tab, so there are buttons there under Analyze. Next step is to click Insert Slicer. So Slicer, Insert Slicer is under Analyze tab. Once you click Insert Slicer, a dialog box will appear. This is Insert Slicers dialog box. And what are you going to do here? So you're going to select an item in the slicer, in the dialog box. Say, for example, the years of service. You can click on that and then click OK. Once you have clicked OK, so this box here is already the slicer that you can click. Okay, you can have 11 years or those options in the years of service. You can specifically click on them. And once you click on them, now it will automatically appear, or the data that is applicable to that category will appear specifically in the pivot table. Okay? And a slicer or slicers are basically just filters. Okay, they are just filters, but they are easier and faster to use. Okay, so mas madali silang gamitin kaysa sa filter. Okay, So let's have the demo time. Since we have finally added pivot table, pivot chart in our web application and slicer in our desktop application. Okay, so since we have added the three, we will have the demonstration. We have here um, the slicer, the pivot table, and the pivot chart. Okay, so let's have these steps for the demonstration. Split screen, and then go back to Teams. We will go back to our tab. First, our tab. Okay, general results. The one with the misspelled one, a misspelled word. Okay, so we are now here in our source data. Okay. So we are now here in our source data. And what are we going to do? What we're going to do is to go to Home tab. Okay, Home tab, and then click Ideas. But again, as I have said, there are no ideas button that is available for free account. I am using free account actually. So I cannot use ideas. Let me just wait, check this one here. So what are you going to do now is to have the alternative way. And as an alternative, we can um, select all and then go to Insert tab. Under Insert tab is Pivot Table. Okay, we will add manually the pivot table. So you will no longer um, depend on ideas button. So you will go to Insert tab and click Pivot Table and click OK. Okay, so we are now in Sheet 2. Form 1 is our source data. Okay, this one here, medyo marami-rami rin ang ating responses sa forms. So forms tab is where our responses will appear. And then we also have sheet 2 for our pivot table. Okay, so let me just magnify this or zoom in. So what is in our pivot table? So we have here in the at the right side, we have pivot table fields. So these are now the headings. Okay, automatically it will detect the headings in our source data. We have ID, start time, completion time, email, name, teacher's name, name of school, level. So these are now the questions that we ask in our forms: level, years of service, preferred learning, delivery modality. So these are the fields. So what are we going to do here is to drag and drop that to this area here. These areas are filters. If you want to filter the data with um, specific responses or information. We also have columns, rows, and values. So say for example, I am going to filter the source data into the level. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to drag level to filters area. And in our pivot table, it will appear at the top. So that is already there, level. And as a default, it will select all. But you can specify the category of the level or the level, a specific level that you want to filter with our table. Okay. Now next is for our row, we will um, we will choose preferred learning delivery modality. Okay, so that is in our row labels. We have blended learning, distance learning, face-to-face, homeschooling, and blank. So because we have not required others to really answer the modality. So that is why the pivot table have detected a blank answer, okay, in our form. Next is in our columns, we will have values. So values can be the teacher's name or the respondents so that it will automatically have a default of the count, okay? The count of, or the count of the number of respondents um, that have preferred to specific modality. Say, for example, for blended learning, we have 27 responses. Distance learning is 16. Face-to-face is 1. Homeschooling is 1. Blank for no answer for blank. And then no answer for apprenticeship. So all in all, we have 45 responses. That is how the pivot table analyzed our source data a while ago. Is it amazing? Can I have a yes, yes, yes?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
Yes, so you don't have to
Yes.
manually count
Of
those
course.
responses of specific modality. You just have to let the pivot table do its function, which is to analyze your source data. That is, if you have filtered the level to all, meaning from elementary down to junior high school and senior high school, but you can still specify the level by um, unchecking select all and checking the specific level. Say, for example, elementary. Okay, if I am going to select elementary and click OK, so this is now the responses related to the elementary level. So the responses now are blended learning is 13, distance learning is 10, face-to-face is 1, homeschooling is 1. So these responses are only for those who have selected elementary. We can also specify the data of the pivot table to another category, which is junior high school. So these are now the responses of junior high school. So they have chosen blended learning, nine responses for blended learning, and 5 responses for distance learning for junior high school. Let's check junior high school, senior high school. Click OK. And there are 6 who have responded to this survey, and 5 of the senior high school teachers have chosen blended learning and 1 for distance learning. Okay, so that is how powerful the filter is in the pivot tables. You can click all to see the overall responses of the teachers from all the levels. Okay, so that is how you use the pivot table in analyzing your source data. The second feature is the pivot chart. So how are you going to do that? So first is, if you're going to go back to our steps, so we are now here in step 3. So instead of depending on ideas, since we are using free account, we can simply manually add the pivot chart with our web application. So how to do that? You have to go to, click first any cell in the pivot table to make it active for the chart to analyze that the data that it will visualize will be from the data of the pivot table. So click any cell of the pivot table, then go to Insert tab, and you can choose from these charts here. You have pie chart, bar graph, or clustered bar. You also have line, and clustered column. So you can use clustered column for this example. Once I click clustered column, we now have our pivot chart. Okay, so why do we name this as pivot chart? Because it analyzes the data from the pivot chart of pivot table, I mean. Okay, so we have here our data, which is filtered as all, and we have here our pivot chart that shows the data from the pivot table. So you have blended learning as um, the modality with the most responses. You also have distance learning as a second, face-to-face, and homeschooling with equal number of response or votes. Okay, so if you are going to update or to make use of pivot chart, this is actually connected to the pivot table. So say for example, you are going to filter again the data from the pivot table to a specific level. So you will uncheck select all and select elementary and then click OK. Now automatically the data that is shown in the pivot chart will update as to the data shown in the pivot table. So that is how powerful pivot chart is. It is connected to the pivot table. We will have another example. We will choose junior high school and check elementary and click OK. And there you have it. Visual representation of the data of the survey learning delivery modality of junior high school, having 9 votes for blended learning and 5 votes for distance learning. Okay, so that is how you manipulate pivot table and pivot chart. Okay, is it amazing? Can I have a yes, yes, yes?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay,
Yes, yes,
so we can
yes.
now, yes,
Yes.
thank you for the response. Now this time we will proceed to the third feature, which is slicer. And again, slicer is not available in the web application. So we have to um, download the web file or the online workbook to our desktop. Okay, so click download, and this is the file name is results. Results. Okay, so once you have downloaded, you can now locate the downloaded file from here. Let's search results. Oh, here, results one. Is it this one? Let's check. Yes, we already have downloaded um, our workbook online to offline because we already have our desktop application here. So uh, we have here our pivot table that is filtered to all levels, and then automatically it will be shown in our pivot chart. This time we will add the slicer, which is another way of filtering data, those data in the pivot table, but this time in an easier way. Okay, so how to do that? We have to click any cell in the pivot table to make it active, and then at the top there is already an analyze tab. Okay, so you're going to click analyze tab, and under analyze tab is insert slicer. So once you click insert slicer, a dialog box will appear for you to select a category to further filter the data in the pivot table. So let's say years of service. Okay, so I will check years of service. So it is selected, and then you click OK. So automatically you have there your slicer. Okay, so let's place that in between the pivot table and the pivot chart since it is a slicer. Okay, and then what's the function of this slicer? So from the word itself, it will slice the data in the pivot table. So meaning to say it will further filter the data in the pivot table. Say for example, you are going to um, filter the data in the pivot table into elementary and then click OK. So you have there 25 responses, and you are going to further filter the data in the pivot table by years of service. So again, in the pivot table, you have filtered it by level and further filtered it by years of service. So we will say zero, we will select, say for example, 0 to 5 years. Okay, so these are now the data here in the pivot table are now the responses of the survey of those teachers with 0 to 5 years, and it will be automatically visualized in the pivot table, pivot chart. That is the function of the slicer. So meaning to say, in elementary, there are 16 teachers that are having 0 to 5 years of service. Okay, let's select 11 to 15 years. So there are only four, I know, two. There are only two teachers in the elementary with 11 to 15 years of service. And that is automatically being graphically represented in our pivot chart. Okay, let's select 16 to 20 years. There are three. Okay, three teachers with 16 to 20 years of service. And how about 6 years, 6 to 10 years? There are four. Yes, four. Okay, for elementary only. Let's check junior high school. Okay, we will filter the data, the pivot table to junior high school, and we will further filter it with the years of service, say for example, 0 to 5 years. So meaning to say there are four teachers in the junior high school with 0 to 5 years of service. Okay, three with 11 to 15 years. We also have one with 16 to 20 years and six teachers in the junior high school with 6 to 10 years. Okay, so that is how you filter data in our source, which is very with lots of information, right? So how are you going to analyze this manually? So you can do that as quickly as possible using the pivot table, slicer, and we also have the pivot chart. Okay, so that is how powerful the three features are in Excel. Any question? Is it amazing? Are you still amazed or sleepy? Not sleepy na good.
Amazing, sir.
Amazing,
Amazing,
Javon.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
amazing,
sir. Yes,
Javon.
yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes,
let's
yes.
so those are now the four features that I have introduced. We have first the co-authoring. We have introduced pivot table, pivot chart, and the slicer. So this time, I'm going to entertain question first before we proceed to the next topic. Are there questions? Let me check the raise hand button if it is active. So it is not active. So let us now proceed to our next slide. And this time, oh, wait. Hmm. Okay, so this one. So still in the application of adding pivot table, pivot chart, and slicer, you can also do or apply those features using our grades. the grades of our students. So for teachers, we can use the raw or grades of the students from quarters 1 to 4, and then final grade as our source data. And by using pivot table, pivot chart, and slicer, we can make a dashboard out of it. Okay, we have here the pivot table that is reflected the same template with our report cards. And then we also have here the slicer for the subjects. Okay, we have further filtered the data in the pivot table, which are grades, into by subject. And it can also be graphically represented by a pivot chart so that the parents will effectively analyze the data or the performance of their uh, students. Okay, so you can have this as an application to our three features, and you can make that as our grade slip. Okay, if you are going to key in Control P or print, you can print the dashboard and use that as our grade slip. Okay, so you can no longer let the parents bring the report card at home. You can just give them the grade slip, okay, which is still reflected and the same data with the report card. Okay, so that we can save vellum paper, right? Okay, so that's the application of the features. Now this time, other features to be explored. So I will no longer, or I will no longer demonstrate these features here. I will just enumerate them and give descriptions or the steps on how to access this or use these features. But you are the one to explore this by yourself. Okay, so first feature that you can explore in Excel is the speak cells. So I guess others are already familiar with speak cells, which is a command that is used to convert text to speech in Excel. Okay, so say for example in a grade slip wherein you have applied adding pivot table, pivot chart, and slicer. So you can click on a specific cell, and then you can go to search to have a shortcut with it, because speak cells command is actually not a default that can be displayed in the ribbon. Now you can make use of tell me tab at the top, the one with the search word. Okay, you click on that and um, type in speak cells. Okay, after typing speak cells, uh, press enter, and the application will automatically read the data for you. So you are no longer be the one to read the data or the grades during reading of forms, but you will let the Excel application to do the task. Okay? So wala na yung mapagaw na teacher. Okay. So that's the first feature. The second one to be explored is data from picture. Okay, so data from picture, in data from picture, you can turn your picture into an Excel table. Okay, so this is feature, data from picture is currently only available for Excel, for Microsoft 365 for Mac. We also have Excel for iPhone, Excel for Android tablets, and Excel for Android phones. So if you have Android phones, you have iPhone, you can do this. And to apply this, you have to first install the mobile app of Excel 365. You can just search that through App Store or Play Store. in your smartphones. And if you have already installed the mobile app, so you can open that in your phone and tap data from picture. Where is data from picture? That is below. Okay, there is an icon there below, which is what we call as data from picture. Once you tap that, so the application will be connected to your camera. So it will ask permission to use your camera for you to take picture of your hard copy. So you don't have to ask for the original copy or the soft copy. If you have only a hard copy, you can actually convert your hard copy to soft copy using the ones that you have in your hand or the paper by taking the picture of that hard copy and then crop it so that it will only focus on the data or the printed data to be converted into soft copy. Okay? After cropping it, tap edit to make changes because there are times that the hard copy is crumpled. So it will no longer be detected or the data can uh, no longer be easily detected by the application. So you can tap edit to make changes if um, there are data that are not um, read properly, okay, by the application. And then if you are done editing, you can tap insert to finish. That is at the top of the application. There is what we call as insert, and tap that to finally convert your hard copy of data to soft copy with an Excel file. Okay, is it amazing? Can I have amazing, amazing, amazing?
Amazing.
Amazing, amazing,
Amazing,
amazing.
amazing, amazing.
Wow.
Yes, you can do that with Excel 365. Okay, so you can convert your data from the hard copy or from the picture, convert that into an Excel file or a soft copy. Now, how to edit that in your laptop since it is only in your cell phone. So you just have to connect that or save that in OneDrive. Okay, you share that in OneDrive and open the file using your laptop. Okay, you open OneDrive in laptop and open the file to edit there. That's how you can edit the data, your converted file or Excel file from the, the smartphone to your laptop. Okay, so that is the second feature that we are going to explore more. And lastly is Help tab. Okay, so what is a Help tab? So the Help tab is next to View. And that is very important because you can learn more features of Excel 365 by clicking Show Training. You can have tutorials there. You can click on Take a Tour, Formula Tutorials. You have Make Your First Pivot Table, Get More Out of Pivot Table. So all of those steps that I have shared are just available in Help Tab. Okay, so you can review on those steps through the Help tab, or you can also click What's New. Okay, for you to be updated with the new features or the latest updates of Excel 365 because until now they are still updating for us to be more productive. Okay, since Excel 365 is a subscription to make the most of our time. So they are still updating for us to easily work on or to perform our tasks easily and productively. Okay, so that is Help tab. Any question? Questions? Are there questions? Let me check the raise hand again. It is inactive, so meaning there are no more questions. So if there are no questions anymore, let me leave you with this quote from Eric Rice. And he said, a pivot is a change in strategy without a change in vision. So that's why we are bombarded with so much online platforms now, right? So that we can choose from the best. But we have to stick to the vision or our goal, which is para sa bata, right? Okay, so thank you so much and keep safe and God bless. Good
Thank you,
afternoon once
sir.
again. You're welcome. Thank you also.
Sir Fritz,
Go
thank you
back to
for the
you. Yes.
amazing presentation on Microsoft Excel. So you
Thank you,
have
Sir
shown
Ken.
to our participants the difference between the premium and the free accounts, also the use of web application, desktop application, and mobile application for Microsoft Excel. That was so great, sir. Congratulations and thank you for sharing it
Thank
to all
you.
of us. And I know our participants were happy to know all these features in Microsoft Excel. So congrats and thank you, Sir Fritz. So without further ado, we will proceed immediately to our guest speaker. Yes, we have a guest speaker from Microsoft. And to introduce our guest speakers this afternoon, allow me to call Sir Glenny Lapping to do the honors. Sir Glenny.
Yes. Let me share system audio. All right. So, can you hear me, Sir Ken?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Okay. I will share my screen. All right. So, okay, we have a guest this afternoon. He is Sir Lawrence Kaizib from Microsoft, and he is the Academic Territory Channel Manager. Please help me welcome Sir Lawrence Kaizib. Virtual clap, please.
Can you hear me, Sir Glenny?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yes, thank you for inviting me in this wonderful event. So today I will be sharing with the rest of the audience what is the solution that Microsoft is offering to the education area. So yeah, if you'll allow me, I would like to share my screen so that I can start my presentation, Sir Glenn.
Go ahead, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay. So again, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Lawrence Kaisip. I'm the Academic Territory Channel Manager in Microsoft. I've been working with Microsoft for more than 6 years now. Started my five in the consumer space, working with the IT retailer. The ones are in the mall, like Octagon, PC Express. And more than 1 year in the academic or the small and medium business of Microsoft. If you wish to connect with me, my email is here. This v-locais at microsoft.com. Right, moving forward, as we experience the pandemic right now, the schools are forced to do distance learning. Students are learning at home, and our teachers and staff are actually working remotely. So what Microsoft solution offer to the schools right now is the Microsoft Teams. So think of it as a one-stop shop. You can stay connected with your employee or your faculty. The teacher can stay connected via online to the students in a class. They can collaborate, share files, co-author a same file online using online, and create teams inside the Microsoft Teams environment. Have a virtual classroom inside the Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams offers also the familiar applications. We have like Word, Excel, PowerPoint. We have Exchange, Notebook, SharePoint, and other applications that are actually helpful in running a class. Apart from the Office applications, we also have a lot of other applications that our educators, that our student can utilize to have an effective teaching and learning. So that's Microsoft Teams. What's inside Microsoft Teams? Microsoft Teams for Education offers not only post files or share notes, the ones that the commercial or the businesses are using, but it comes with a class notebook, assignments, and grades customized specifically for the education. Teacher can actually post, create announcement inside Microsoft Teams group. Uh, Student can actually reply and collaborate with their teachers. Inside Microsoft Teams, teachers and the student can actually share files. Going into the file tab, teachers have options to share files two-way. One way, outside this folder, all the files outside can be accessed and edited by the students inside this class. If the teacher wishes to share the file and take out the capacity of the student to edit, the teacher has an option to share that file inside this folder, the class materials, so that student can only view and cannot edit the file what the teacher have shared inside the class. Next is we have the class notebook, a perfect corner or this like a digital notebook of every student inside the classroom where the teacher can access each and every class note student notebook inside this tab, and student cannot actually see what's inside their classmates notebook. Meant yes, you can create assignment or quizzes inside Microsoft Teams using this assignment tab. Grades. Grade system inside Microsoft Teams for Education, where the teacher can actually export the file, share the exported file across the organization or across the faculty uh, if the teacher is actually um, required. So all the activities inside these teams will be shown here. We have the Oceans Lab, Science Biology, for example, and the graded activities inside Microsoft Teams. What's good is Teams is available on different platforms in different operating systems, such as desktop, tablet, smartphones. It's downloadable. Office 365 is downloadable, or Teams in iOS, Android, and of course, Windows Phone. You can access as well the applications using the browser. We have the Edge, we have the Chrome, and the Safari. Just to give you a hint, if the students or the teacher are in mobile, they're using their smartphone, this is the actual look of the application in smartphones. Right? What Microsoft is offering right now, starter kit, Microsoft is offering Office 365A1 for free for all the schools. This is no cost, no commitment, no expiration. Office applications and other application or services are available through online. So that means Office 365 A1, the student or the teachers can actually use A1 when they're connected through internet. Other options for the school, we have A1 free, we have A3, and we have A5 paid version. The difference are for free, it's an Office online web base, meaning that all the applications available in Office 365, you can access and use it when you're online using your browser. For A3 and A5, technically we're licensing the students, we're licensing the faculty and the stuff. They can actually download the Office application to their devices and work offline. There are a lot of basic and advanced security available in A3 and A5 versus A1. A1 can actually host up to 250 audience in one event, such like what we're doing right now. For A3 and A5 can host up to 10,000 attendees per events or webinar. So perfect scenario when school wants to have an event, invite the parents and the student in one event. A3 and A5 is a perfect solution for that scenario. Okay. What else is Microsoft offering? We have the student use benefit. We only will license the knowledge workers of the school, meaning say the employee or the faculty and other staff. Basically, who uses a product or qualified devices for the benefit of the school. We will count them. Say, for example, we have 100 knowledge worker composed of faculty, staff, and admins. We will only license those knowledge workers, and the school can actually benefit from a 1:40 licenses under the student use benefit. For each licenses the school will acquire for A3 or A5, the schools will get additional 40 licenses on top. So if the school purchases A3 or A5 100 license, the school will get additional 4,000 licenses free that they can use it to share for their student. So this is a good case, um, a good way to entice parents and enrollees in our school right now. So the school needs to license only the knowledge workers, and the school can actually license the students they have in the school. So this is it. For every M365 A3 or A5, you'll get additional 40 licenses uh, f- that can be shared to your students. Right. How can I download Office 365 A1 free? So there are simple steps. Number one, you need to have your school domain, your .edu.ph, and just follow the steps here. I can share this to Sir Glenny so that Sir Glenny can share it with everyone. Or if you wish to connect with me, I'm gonna go back to my first slide so you can capture my email address, and I can share this to you through email. So simple steps: activate your school's Office 365 A1 tenant, set up your school Microsoft Teams account, and review your resources below to start Microsoft Teams. With that, I hope I have shared um, good solutions that your schools can actually use this coming school year to help you with to bridge the gap of the online or distance learning. Again, my name is Lawrence Kaisip, Academic Territory Channel Manager for Microsoft. If you wish to connect with me, my email is v-locais@microsoft.com. And thank you, Sir Glenny, for inviting me in this great event. And I wish to hear from everyone soon.
Thank you, Sir Lawrence. Salamat po. Thank you
Maraming
sa...
salamat.
All right, Sir Kent. Okay, that's Sir Lawrence no, from Microsoft, the charge for the academic. So, Yon. So, where to the clap? All right. So this time, so we're so thankful about by Sir Lawrence because on behalf of Miss Clarissa Sigismundo, who is the education programs lead of Microsoft, um, Sir Lawrence was able to deliver the how to, no, it's for free, guys. No, imagine, no, we are going to avail Microsoft Office 365 for your school for free, no commitment and no expiration, as long as you have your school domain. When we say school domain, that's .edu or any academic domain you have in your school. If you have none, you can have it and you can avail the A1. So the difference is very simple. The A3 that we have right now in DepEd is we can have it on our laptop installed, and the A1 is on our website. That means, no, that's what I am talking about a while ago, that Office 365 is the online version of our installed version of the Microsoft softwares. Okay, so thank you so much, Sir Lawrence. And I salute you for your advocacy of empowering our teachers to achieve more, to do more, and be more for our learners. And I thank God for Microsoft Philippines for
Thank you,
this
Sir
advocacy
Glenny.
time of crisis. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
And
everyone. Just
yes,
connect with me if you have any questions. Maraming
right,
salamat po. Stay safe, everyone.
Have here the medical mask, the goggles, face shield, and gown. Let me show you a picture lang kung
okay, back
katong
to you, Sir Ken.
sa mga gown, dili na katong gown nga pang sinina.
Sir Ken.
Thank you again, Sir Lawrence, um, of
Only
Microsoft
gown na
Philippines.
N95.
Uh,
Any would be the three-ply mask, medical mask, surgical mask. Kani available.
okay, so let me check. Can I still hear a yes, yes, yes from our participant?
Yes.
Yes,
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 yes, yes.
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
we have heard our guest speaker from Microsoft Philippines, Sir Lawrence. So this time, another guest speaker,
So you have here the N95, the
another speaker,
surgical
I
mask.
mean, not yet the
Ito
guest
here,
speaker, but we
katong
have
sa
Sir
manang
Donald
medical
Dugo
personnel.
to share how to
The
redeem
protective
our
cover, you can also have
Microsoft
the footwear, the
badges and
blouse,
certificates. Take
face
it away, Sir
shield,
Don.
disposable apron, jumpsuit. Yes, thank you. And, yes, thank you very much, Sir Ken. PPE. So, before I'm going to share to them how are they going to get their certificates, I would like to call in first our guest speaker from the Clipper School, Philippines. If you can do the honors, Sir Ken, kindly introduce them. The teachers, please stay tuned. I will be sharing to you how are you going to get your certificates right after our guest from the Clipper School, Philippines. Go ahead, Sir Ken.
Sir Don, thank you. Sige. I'll be sharing my screen again. So for this guest speaker, another guest speaker we have is a regional manager for Visayas of Helix Incorporated, Miss Mara Almagro. So Helix Incorporated, by the way, is the um, um, distributor, exclusive distributor of Quipper and regional manager of Keep Incorporated. So we have Miss Mara Almagro with us and also Mr. Irvin John P. Dandoy, a registered nurse and a licensed teacher and a sales officer of Helix Incorporated. So without further ado, let's give them a round of applause. Let's give him a virtual yes, 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 and a virtual clap. Yay.
Thank you, Sir Kent.
Ayan, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Are you still awake?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon,
Yes,
Miss
yes,
Maya.
yes.
Good
Sir,
afternoon.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Ayan. So, mayong hapon to our dear principals and teachers from all private schools all over Lapu-Lapu City. And I believe we also have guests from other parts of the Philippines. So, nationwide level pala itong Lapu-Lapu City, no? Ayan. I am Mara Almagro from Helix Inc. And we are the exclusive distributor of Flipper. First of all, I would like to thank our dear superintendent, ang napakagandang si Ma'am Will Bongalos, RESDS Ma'am Marcelita Dignos, Sir Rican Montejo, Education Program Supervisor for Private School, and of course, Sir Donald Dungog, Division IT Coordinator, for the opportunity to present here today to introduce to you our company's flagship programs. So because of the recent pandemic, schools are now forced to shift to other teaching modalities, di ba po? Other than the face-to-face learning, and that is e-learning. So, sino po bang nakaka-relate? Kindly say yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
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 yes.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Lahat na po. Ayan. So, don't worry because we are here to help. So, I would like to share my screen to you. Ayan, this is my first time to use this Microsoft Teams po. So, your entire screen. Ayan. Tama na ba? Okay na ba? Nag-share po ba?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, maganda pala itong ano, no? Microsoft. Ayan. So, slideshow. Ayan. So, is everyone able to see my slide?
Yes, Yes. yes,
Yes, yes,
yes.
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ayan, so I'm glad to announce to you that Quipper is here to help. Quipper is actually the e-learning solution for K to 12. It is K to 12 aligned. And it has already been evaluated by our DepEd Central Office in terms of its alignment to the K to 12 curriculum. So what is the edge of Quipper? It actually integrates technology, content, and support into one e-learning platform. So parang coffee pa, 3-in-1 na siya. So there are two kinds of Quipper School. One is Quipper Premium and the other one is Quipper Video. So both have digitized textbooks, interactive assessments. So right now, especially we are transitioning na to e-learning, it is very important that our assessments and our lessons are interactive, diba? So that we can really catch the attention of the students. And then just the difference lang po is that Prepare Video has video lessons. So these lessons are made or conducted by teachers themselves in localized tongue. So it's not really difficult for students to understand. Sometimes kasi yung videos, especially when they come from the United States, medyo mahirap intindihin, di ba, with their slang English. So tama po ba? Yes, yes, yes. Can I hear a yes, yes, yes?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
We would suggest
So, Prepare Premium is intended for grades 4 to 9. So, these are the subjects math, English, science, Filipino, AP, and ICT. So, it has content already for all of these ones. So, teacher will not have anymore the burden of creating the content and of having it approved. And in development pa po itong mga subjects na ito. And Prepare Video naman, on the other hand, has contents for grade 10 to 12. So grade 10, we have English, Math, and Science. And senior high school, we have English, Math, Science, Filipino. And in development for other subjects such as media and information literacy, disaster readiness, and others. So how does Quipper work? Students are able to watch the videos as well as the teachers. So if for example, students choose to learn through their smartphone or their tablet, so they can just download the videos. So even when they have no internet connection, they can still access it. So and the teachers as well. And the students can read and download the study guide. Yan po, this is an example of the study guide that we have. And then answer the questions through interactive online assessments. So yan. Yung mga assessments po natin are gamified so that the student will have fun learning. And teachers are able to get real-time data and analytics. So more on this later will be discussed by Sir Irvin. And parents can monitor their child's performance online. With a click of a button, they can already know how their children are performing at school. So isn't that great, Po? Can I hear a yes, yes, yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ayan, thank you. Very cooperative ang crowd na ito. So how can schools use Quipper? You can use it as a primary or supplementary content, and it can also be used for advanced or remedial lessons. So because we have the video lessons, those students who are having difficulty in understanding their lessons can play and replay the lessons whenever, wherever they like. And it can also be used to create a flipped classroom environment. And so here's a video to share to you how Quipper works. Here's a glimpse of a student's daily routine. Every day, students are online in front of their gadgets, searching, learning. At Quipper, we take this opportunity to enhance the learning experience. Imagine a classroom where students are fully engaged in study, using a medium they enjoy. That's our dream. We at Quipper want to support you as you strive to achieve this goal. Introducing Quipper Video. With K-12 ready lessons, accessible online, anytime, anywhere. Quipper has 3 portals for teachers and students: QLink, QLearn, and QCreate. QLink is the teacher's portal. It has ready-made K-12 aligned lessons and assessments. It automates the sending and management of online assignments. It also automates checking and score recording, enabling teachers to focus their time and attention more on their students' needs. Quipper Video also provides comprehensive analytics on students' strengths, weaknesses, progression, and mastery, allowing teachers to tailor fit their teaching method accordingly. QLearn is the student portal that provides access to all Quipper Video resources like video lessons, study guides, and assessments, as well as a gamified learning system. This is also the portal where parents can view their child's performance and progress. Q created the portal that allows teachers to exercise their creativity and share their own content with students. Meanwhile, Quipper Video's ready-made K-12 aligned content is created by subject matter experts and undergoes a rigorous quality assurance process. At Quipper, we value and ensure the effectiveness of our service. The Philippine Educational Measurement and Evaluation Association conducted a study on the effectiveness of Quipper Video among over 4,000 students in 4 regions across the country. The study found that because of Quipper Video's ability to represent complex materials into textual, graphical, animated, and highlighted materials, students were proven to become better performers, more engaged, and more motivated. Quipper Video aims to help your school achieve its mission of providing high-quality education, inspiring a passion for learning, continuously upgrading the learning experience, and empowering students to reach their full potential. Quipper Video, be part of the education revolution. triplets of students. Ayan, so do you think that Quipper can help your schools? Can I hear a yes, yes, yes po?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
And so let me discuss what your stakeholders can get out of it. So first of all, for schools, you'll be able to cater to various stakeholders and produce more effective teachers, more engaged students, and more involved parents. So teachers will not have the burden anymore to create their own content, and students are able to learn through a platform that they enjoy. So, kasi do we agree that students nowadays prefer to be in front of their gadgets na sometimes hindi na natin sila makausap, nasa gadget na lang. And so why not use this as the platform for learning, di ba? So teachers are equipped with tools and resources that has ready-made content already and automates tasks and also provides them with data on student performance. So teachers will not have anymore the burden of doing everything manually. And students are able to enjoy 21st century learning through engaging content, gamified learning, and enhanced overall learning experience. And one feature that parents will really love is that they can check their child's performance anytime and anywhere and monitor their child's progress. So fast facts about Quipper. Quipper is a Japanese edtech company founded in 2010 and it has offices in Manila, Tokyo, London, Jakarta, and Mexico City. To date, we have millions of students already registered and using our platform and hundreds of thousands of teachers using it. So our mission is to bring the best education to all corners of the world. And we also have partnerships with different DepEd division offices all over the country and with DepEd Central. So this is a sample of the Memorandum of Understanding between Pipper and Secretary Briones. And these are some of our client schools nationwide. And And these are some of the, actually, konti pa lang yung nakalagay dito. We have more division offices na clients na right now all over the country. Ayan. So, are you interested to learn more about the details of Quipper and how the platform really works? Can I hear a yes, yes, yes?
Yes,
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 yes.
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
This is yes.
School
Yes,
uniform.
yes,
So
yes. Ayan. So, sir, before I introduce to you our next speaker, I would like to introduce to you our other program as well that has helped thousands of students and teachers all over the country, and it's the READ program. So what's the READ program? It's the Reading Enhancement and Development Program, wherein we provide the English Reading Kit Level 1 and a free training for educators.
Yes, I
Ayan.
have to. I haven't.
So this is
Mm-hmm.
English Reading Kit
Has
Level
given
1.
me. I have not gotten all the students.
And so would you agree that reading is a very important skill that our students need to be able to develop, especially in their early years? Can I hear a yes, yes, yes?
Of
Yes.
Yes,
course.
And of
yes.
course. So through our program, through our kit, we are able to help you in this. Yan. So our advocacy is actually to raise the level of literacy and comprehension in the country through the READ program. And it is a teaching learning tool with US and Philippine copyright. So yes, it has been copyrighted already sa United States. So pang international level po tayo. It is designed for beginner readers and reading remediation and for out-of-school youth and adults. And with evaluation also by the central office. And recently we have just implemented this one with no less than our mayor, Sara Duterte in Davao City. So they are implementing this one and using it in their schools. Yan. So this is the certification po from the central office. And so let me end my presentation with this quote. The greatest gift is a passion for reading by Elizabeth Hardwick. Ayan po. So, if you are interested for a free trial of Pipper, just screenshot this one and contact us. Yan. So, this is my email po for any inquiries and questions that you may have. And so, okay na po to introduce are you excited to hear our next speaker who will give to you the details of Quipper and how to navigate the platform? Can I hear a yes, yes, yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ayan. So, wait lang po ha. Alisin ko muna yung share screen. Stop sharing. Ayan. So, I'm excited to introduce to you one of our top sales officers. And he is also a licensed teacher like you and a registered nurse. Yan, all the way from Surigao City, Mr. Irvin John Dandoy.
All right. Thank you, Miss Mara. All right. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much for that very flattering introduction. Well, again, I am Irvin John Dandoy. I am a licensed nurse, also a licensed teacher, and I'm happy to introduce to you our product, which is the flagship product, Creeper. So this time, we have heard a very detailed explanation of Miss Mara about what Creeper is. So this time, we will walk through the platform itself. Okay, for a while. Can you see my screen for
Yes,
a
yes,
while?
yes.
All right, all right. Okay,
It's not. Uh, we can see it right now, sir.
okay, for a while. There it is. Screen one, desktop. What about this one? Can you see it now?
Yes,
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 yes.
All
yes.
right.
Yes.
All right. That's good. Again, thank you so much for this opportunity that you have given to Creeper to present to you our flagship program. So this is basically the interface once you have already logged into Creeper. By the way, before you log into Creeper, you will be provided with credentials. No, you are going to use your email address. That is why Miss Mara was asking to you if you want to navigate the free trial of this Creeper, you can contact her directly. You will be provided with credentials or password. Now, once you have logged in already with the password provided by Creeper, again, Creeper is just a subscription. Now, you're not buying for the software, but only the subscription. So once you have the subscription already, the license, you can enjoy the use of Creeper for the whole school year. So basically, this is the interface of Creeper. You can see here your account name. And in this part, you can see the arrow. You will click this one and it will lead you to the school where you are affiliated for a while. Just in my case, it's not okay. Since we are affiliated with Helix, so this Creeper platform is being programmed with Helix. So all of the courses covered in Helix will be shown in here. Okay, still waiting. Hmm. Okay, my apology for my internet connection. It's not loading yet for a while. By the way, the content of Creeper, as being said by Miss Mara earlier, now it's aligned to the K to 12 curriculum. and there was a update given to us. No, a statement coming from Creeper that starting July 16, it's already parallel to the most essential learning competencies for both teachers platform and the students platform, which is very beneficial, very essential for all of us teachers. No, especially that DepEd has this advice to streamline the new curriculum to the MELCs, or the most essential learning competencies. So 13. Well, for our Creeper, it has different platforms for us to log in. We have a platform for the teachers, which we call QLink. Now we have a platform for students, which is what we call QLearn, a platform for us teachers to upload if we want to have a new set of modules or lessons for the kids or for the students in not using and utilizing the available resources that we have in Creeper. Then we can upload using our own created lessons to Q-Create. Okay, there you go. As you can see, we are now on our program Helix. So in this platform, it will lead you to this interface. Now, the current assignments, if there are, then I will be guiding you on how to create an assignment later. So you will see these tabs here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs that you can see in this area. Look at here. Okay, but we will be focusing more on the curriculum and the assignments. Okay, for the curriculum and assignments, it contains all the lessons. Okay, from grade 4 to senior high school level. Okay, again, since we have two variants of Creeper, Creeper Premium and Creeper Video, let's first show you Creeper Video. Okay, we'll say Creeper Video. This is a variant of Creeper that contains video lessons coming from the different top caliber professors from the different universities all over the Philippines. So for example, let's have this grade 10 mathematics. So these are the lessons for the first unit 1 sequences and series. So once you click this one, it will lead you to the video lesson. Here is now the video. This is also available to the students as well. That is why Creeper can be used as a tool for synchronous and asynchronous learning. Okay, let's click this video. Okay, we won't be finishing the whole video. The video for each lesson contains at about a range of 5 to 10 minutes per video. And along with this video, the student is able to download the study guide. Okay, let's look at the study guide. Basically, this will be downloaded by the students for the students to review or to study. This is what the study guide looks like. All right. The study guide has this easy navigation feature. When you say easy navigation feature, you just click here in the table of contents. It will lead you directly to the particular topic that you want to go. For example, in this particular lesson 1, sequences and series, if you want to go directly to check your understanding for the worksheets, once you click this one, it will lead you to the assessment. So this will be given to the students. This will be their copy. Okay. And for this is the format, the portal for Creeper Video. That's once we select for example, the teacher's content. What's really amazing and interesting about Creeper, it has the teacher's content already, which serves as the lesson plan for the teachers. Okay, let's take for example the science grade 10 teacher's content. Okay, for the first topic, nervous system, aligned to the curriculum guide from DepEd. So this will be the interface that you are going to see as a teacher. The first one is it contains the learning objective based on the revised Bloom's taxonomy. Okay. For the page 2, it contains the teaching guide. Let's click the teaching guide. This teaching guide serves as the lesson plan of the teacher. It contains the learning code uh, for that particular lesson, your objectives, and the time allotment to discuss the whole lesson, and your assessment as well. This is what the teaching guide looks like. This is now the teaching guide. This is only available for the teachers. It has the learning competency. Look at here. It has learning objectives, the suggested time frame, the essential questions to address, and there are suggested activities already employed in this particular teaching guide. So either you could have this done to your class, activity A, activity B, and C. This is optional given that if you have ample time to finish everything until the end, which is your assessment. So all in there, Creeper has provided everything for us. No, when it comes to the worksheets as our activity for the students, it has recall worksheets depending on the intensity. I mean, the levels of order thinking. Now, from lower order thinking to higher order thinking skills, which we are really doing for the students. This is the worksheet one, which is merely recalling the lesson. Okay, sample question, nerves like the body organs to the central nervous system. So true or false. Okay. The degree of difficulty is increasing for the worksheet. Okay, moving forward, we have here the presentation link. It contains the PowerPoint presentation of the teacher so that the teacher will no longer be making his or her own presentation. Automatically, this will be used, okay, for this part. And then for additional resources, if you want additional or further supplemental learning resource for the students, you can just have this link, okay, be clicked by the students, and it will lead them to the article that talks about the same topic and other videos as well available in YouTube for this link. And of course, the teacher will no longer have the burden to look for the answers for the assessment as it's already available in this particular part, study guide, answer key, overview of the nervous system. So mean to say, everything is provided by Creeper. Now from the teaching guide down to the study guide and of course to the answer key. And one of the amazing, interesting features of Creeper, this will be very quickly, is its real-time analytics. Since I have a hard time loading my presentation, well, this real-time analytics will provide the actual result of the assessment for the students, especially for us teachers, that from time to time, we are getting our MPS for us to identify the least learned competency. Well, this platform will generate that least learned competency so that we teachers will be able to address that least learned topic for our students. Thus, we can provide remediation right away using this format. Okay. So again, for the different platforms that our Creeper has, it has QLearn for the students. It has QCreate for us teachers if we want our own, especially for those of you who are making strategic intervention material. You can upload it here through Creeper, and don't you worry, you will be recognized. You will be given recognition for that as an author or contributor, and you will be part of the Creeper. And of course, it will only be available to the school where you are affiliated at. Okay, it will not be available to all Creeper users. And we also have Quiper essay, especially for the teachers who used to conduct assessment using essay questions. You can have it here. Okay. For you to really appreciate our platform, you can ask for free trial account to our regional manager Mara so that you can navigate everything what I am discussing right now. So these are the classes being created. Okay, as long as you have the students already and they are having their license activated already, then you can create a class, adding your students to your class in here so that from time to time you'll be able to see the progress of your students. Now from the lessons down to their assessment and then all of the lessons that they are able to master. Okay, basically, that is Prepper, no, the best e-learning solution available today, okay, to address our new normal situation in education system, which is online or it can be used even in modular or blended learning. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Sir Irvin. And thank you also, Mamara Almagro of Quipper School, for sharing your
Thank
time with
you.
Um,
us and with our participants. Thank you, sir. Let's give our guest speakers from Quipper a virtual clap and a yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes, yes,
yes.
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 So thank you so much again, Quipper. And for the information of our Quipper guests, so in Microsoft Teams, we can insert Quipper in one of our tabs here in Microsoft Teams. So that's how powerful Microsoft Teams, because we can incorporate Quipper School to this platform. So again, thank you so much. So we will continue our session this afternoon by um, getting to achieving our Microsoft badges. And to do the honors, uh, we have Sir Donald Dungog for us to share how to redeem our achievement codes and certificates. Yes, Sir Don.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sir Kent. I hope you can hear me. Thank you very much. Can I hear a yes,
Yes,
yes, yes?
yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, 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 Sir Don.
Yes, I would like to share to you my screen for a while. I am here to show to you how are you going to redeem your code. So if it's okay with you, please give us some time to do this. And thank you very much for muting your mic as well. Yes, very good. So can you hear me right? Can I hear your yes, yes, yes?
Yes,
Yes, yes,
yes,
yes.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so this is our
yes.
last
Yes,
activity.
yes.
I believe it is already 4 o'clock, and yes, we are about to go home. First and foremost, we would like to appreciate and congratulate everyone that have stayed this long, and because of that, I think you are worthy of the certificates that you are going to give you today. So. We will be giving you achievement codes. So, since we are Microsoft Education Ambassadors, and this training is in partnership with Microsoft, um, whenever you are trained by a Microsoft Education Ambassador, then we are entitled to give you your badges as a proof that you have, shall we say, graduated from the training that we have given to you. So with that, I have here 8 steps. So if you can take a picture of that or maybe a print screen, you can do so. So these are the 8 steps very easily. I just would like to walk it through to you and maybe give you a demo, and maybe you can do it on your own when you are at home or tonight. All right. So first, you are going to get your achievement codes from your Microsoft Education ambassadors. So the codes are already sent to you through your email. So if you have not received it yet, I'm pretty sure it will be shared to you tonight. All right. Or for those of you who are here today, yes, it would be shared to you if you registered in our training. So please have a glimpse of this very quickly so that you would know how are you going to redeem those codes. So secondly, when you have your achievement codes already, you are going to open your browser, double click that to open. And after that, you just have to write down education.microsoft.com. Once you are there, you are to log in to your account, may it be Outlook account, it could be a email debit email account or an O365 account. So if you cannot see any account there, you can just add your account, log it in, and then of course key in your password. After that, just click don't show this again and click yes if your personal PC is that is yours, and else click no. After that, you would be inside education.microsoft.com. You only have to click your profile icon.
My mom is in her room, so she can't.
Yes, maybe you can just listen to us or maybe wait for your mother to come back. All right. So you click your profile. Would that be all right with you, baby? Thank you. Just wait for your mom to come back. Click your profile icon and then click redeem achievement code. When you click a redeem achievement code, you have to type the achievement code. I think that is not the achievement code that we will be giving you. That is just a sample. After you type the achievement code, you have to click redeem. Once you click redeem, automatically you would say, congratulations, you have completed the following training. So click X to close, and then you click your profile icon once again. Click my profile, and then you can see already your badges. And when you click view details, automatically you can click view certificate, and then you can view your certificate. All right. So this certificate is already the database of Microsoft. You can open it anywhere using your account, maybe Outlook account, Office 365 account, or your A1 account. And then you can print it readily anywhere and anytime. So of course, one last request, you have to for the mode of verification, post in FB your certificates with hashtag certified MIE, which means Microsoft Innovative Educator, and hashtag I can teach online. So all in all, I hope that you will remember this as a takeaway for the seminar, that it is what you do with what you know that matters. All right. So I hope you got that right. And can I hear a yes, yes, yes?
Yes, yes,
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Would you need a demonstration?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes,
Yes,
would you need a demonstration? Very, very
Yes,
quick
yes,
of
yes.
demonstration.
course.
Very
Yes,
good.
yes.
So let me share to you my screen once more
Yes.
so that you can see how the demonstration would be. Okay, so just type education.microsoft.com.
Follow lang ka sa communication mo sa
Once you are inside microsofteducation.com, you are going to Of course, I am already signed in, so I just have to sign out so that you would know how would it look like when you have to sign in. So again, for those who have just tuned in, from your desktop, you have to open the Microsoft Edge or any of your favorite um, browser, and then you have to type education.microsoft.com. After you are in Microsoft education.microsoft.com, you have to click on the upper right corner, sign in. All right. And of course, you are going to choose if you have there, if you are there. If you are not there, then you just have to type. For example, I will type my email or my donald.dumog@dependenco.ph. After that, I would key in my password just to sign in the Microsoft education.microsoft.com. Once I'm signed in, I will just click my profile very easily. Click my profile. Sorry, click redeem achievement code. So this is where you would put your achievement code. So let me check if I can show you. Can I show you an achievement code? It will be emailed to you, so kindly check that. So um, you will type here an achievement code and then click redeem. So once redeemed, you just have to click your my profile, and automatically you can see there are a lot of badges. And when you click one of those badges, click view details and view certificate, automatically you can see there a very nice certificate of course completion. And this is internationally accredited, and this is signed by no less than our president for worldwide education and Microsoft, Anthony Salcito. So congratulations for staying here. That's our gift for you, and we hope that we could stand by our certificate, which is Microsoft Innovative Educator. So from this time on forward, we would continue to find ways and means on how we can give our best to our children. So thank you and God bless everyone. So please stay for a while because we have one last request for you on how are we going to evaluate and assess ourselves and you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Don. And I know our participants are very happy knowing that after a 3 day webinar, they can have their own certificates or international certificates on Microsoft. So, can I have a yes, yes, yes from our participants?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. So,
Yes,
thank
yes,
you so much for
yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so much for staying, and also for our viewers in Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Thank you for staying with us, and I hope you really enjoyed and learned a lot from this webinar series. And to before we formally close, we want you guys to evaluate all the things that happened in our webinar series from day one up until today, last day. And to do that or to facilitate the evaluation, let me call Ma'am Rubelin Pastrano to do the honors. Ma'am Rubes, take it away.
Yes, yes, yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Are you still there? Can I hear a loudest yes, yes, yes?
Yes,
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 yes.
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 Yes, yes,
All right.
yes.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
please bear with
Yes,
us.
yes, yes.
Come on. All right. So for you to avail my presentation on how to conduct an evaluation with the use of Mentimeter, please go to bit.ly/Mentimeter RP. RP there stands for my initial, Rubelin Pastrano. So please print screen or take a screenshot on this slide so that you can have a copy on my slide because I will be presenting not just the evaluation but on how to sign up and on how to prepare an evaluation like this. All right. So to tell you about Mentimeter, okay, these are some facts about Mentimeter. So it's a web tool for pooling via mobile devices. So you can use your cell phone or your laptop or tablets, iPad, or any available devices that you have as long as it is connected with the internet. Okay, another thing. Okay, that's the first one. Next, it gives value to any presentation as a teacher presenting his or her lesson, or as trainers or resource speakers presenting his or her talk. Then, this Mentimeter can also create interactive questions. Are you excited with that? And basically, we or all of us can get instantaneous answers or immediate feedback. Yes, in a real-time setting, you can get immediate a response to your participants or students. Then audience members are attentive, involved, and appreciated. Why they are attentive? Because the activities are very engaging. So are you ready to evaluate this webinar? Can I hear a yes, yes, yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes,
Ah,
yes.
so
Yes, of course.
yes, so for the purpose of this Mentimeter, okay, we can use this one for evaluating a training or any educational activities or events. You can also use this one as icebreaker for brainstorming purposes or just for fun. Yes, just for fun. We can also use the platform for evaluation, either to check in, to facilitate decisions, to create discussion, or for leaders. Yes, you can use this one. So let me bring you to uh, another in the real setting of our evaluation. I hope everyone is ready now. Please grab your cell phone, or you can split screen your laptop or desktop. So the question is, how do you find Microsoft 365? Give three describing words. So you can use English. If you want all your words are in English, you can do so. Or if you want all your words are in Filipino or Cebuano, you have the freedom. Please go to your browser and type www.menti.com and use the code 673892. So everyone in that team can join. At the same time, those who are with us in Facebook or YouTube, you can join as well. So going back to my screen, moment. I hope you get the code. Okay, again, go to www.menti.com. Okay, and the code is 673892. Wow, I have now responses. Okay, enjoyable, napapakinabangan, engaging, easy. Wow, see, nindot. Very nindot. Yes, yes, yes. And please bear with me as I finished my talk because you will discover many things on how to use mentimeter.com. Right? Wow. See? As you can see, when someone submits his or her response, the word cloud changes. So very interactive and very engaging. So the feedback is instantaneous. Just imagine if you will use this in your virtual classes. So your learners are, they are participative enough, or you will use this one after your talk or before your talk. Yes, it's up to you and how to use it. And what I like in this platform is that it will accept any language. Si Cebuano is applicable Filipino, or even English. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I can see words like amazing, wow, interactive, engaging, enjoyable, one stop shop. Indeed. Yes, yes, yes. And later uh, I will demonstrate to you on to um, how to incorporate this mentimeter.com in our Microsoft Teams. Remember, Microsoft Teams is one-stop shop in education. Everything is there. Yes, wow. I have now 37 responses. So those who are with us in Facebook and YouTube, please, you can join us in this evaluation. So another feature that I like with Mentimeter is that it will accept as many respondents as you want, meaning to say unlimited participants. All right. So other platforms, they have limits like up to 100, 200, or 1000 respondents, but here it's unlimited. Yes, yes, yes. So right now I'm using the type of test or evaluation word cloud, and it's very colorful, right? So I can see words being highlighted like amazing, interesting, interactive, useful, engaging, creative. Nindot kaayo, yes, I can see it. Great speakers, well, thank you. Grabe, makalingaw, nakakatulong, makabuluhan. That means to say we have participants from Luzon. Hello everyone, magandang hapon sa lahat. Yes, and as far as Mindanao, yes, I know we have participants there, and especially to our dear teachers from private schools inside Microsoft Teams. Thank you so much. And I can also see a response. Yes, yes, yes. It's really a big yes. Yeah, learning. What else? Okay, so I got now 53 respondents. Keep coming. Lots of learning. Mind blowing. Wow. Flexible. Complete. Exactly. That's the word. It's complete. Excellent apps. Very meaningful content. Yes. Dynamic. Yes. Thankful. Wow. Keep. Yes. I can also see a response like helpful. Awesome. It's indeed a great webinar. Yes, thank you so much for your cooperation and participation. So we recognize that we should not only aim for achievement for few learners, but achievement for all. And no learners must be left behind. Same with no teacher must be left behind with a new normal way of educating our learners. So we need to abide the mandate of our president, like we should have a safe education. All right. Yes, yes, yes. So 56 respondents right now. So this is one way of evaluating not just a class, uh, a webinar like this, or any presentation that you will be doing in the future. All right. So I will not stay long in this slide because there's another slide for this with the same code. Okay, so let me move to the next slide. Here, this is something awesome that you will also learn later and how to craft this activity. So with the same code, 673892, give your commendations, opinions, and suggestions about the webinar okay. So when we talk about commendations, so it's something positive or praise or any thing that you can say about the speaker, about the entire training. Okay, also give your opinions and suggestions so that we can have some rooms for improvement the next activities that we will be having. Yes, yes, yes. Right now, I have no respondents yet. All right. So, yes, let's do it again. Go, go, go. All right. And kudos. All right. Thank you for that. Yes, very informative. Excellent speakers, well trained. We're super thankful to the whole team for giving us this webinar, which informed us and taught us so many things. And very informative, yes. Great job to all the speakers. Congratulations. The facilitators were great. Oh, thank you for that. Send sana more time for its speakers. Yes, sana. Sana talaga. Pero ang oras natin ay limitado. Okay. Next, more seminars like this. Wonderful. Thank you for that commendation. We have also another respond like very engaging. Learned so much. All right. The webinar on the MS Office 365 is very detailed and user-friendly. Hope to have more webinar on specific functions of other apps as well. Willing to hear you more. Very thankful. Wow, it's so good to hear commendations like that. Another one, the speakers are experts in creative. Perhaps next time they can extend more time to practice. Yes, yes, yes. You need to do your hands-on activities on your own. Yes. Then another one, thankful to all speakers. Excellent. Hope to learn more. LR, Lahira, amazing sa mga speakers. Oh, thank you for that. Great work, ma'am and sir. Suggest to have more interactions with participants, like they would share their screen. Yes, 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 yes. That's a very good suggestion. Yes, we did that in the several trainings we have. Later, I will let you try in sharing your screen. Sana all, my webinar. Great job, facilitators. Worth learning. Yes. All right. Yes. Right now I got 44 responses. But if you would like to use this platform in your classes or in your virtual classrooms, what I did with this is one of my best practice. I always let my students use a complete sentence. So if you will use this in English classes or science classes, so I see to it that their response are in complete sentence. All right. Then if you are using this in Filipino, same. All right. So that they will maximize or they will learn more and they can able to practice their uh, different skills, not just communication skills, but also self-expression skills. All right. Now, thank you, DepEd Lapu-Lapu City Division. All right. This is very helpful to us teachers to be more effective in delivering our lessons online and more activities and give time para makamake sa activity. Yes, yes, we recognize that one. And it's very informative and engaging. All right, yes. All the speakers delivered the topic very excellent. Let's make our education great again. Go, go, go. Yes. Let's not take this situation that we are in right now as stumbling blocks. No, that we will stop educating our learners, but let's make this, let's take the challenge positively by using this as our stepping stones to be flexible and to be creative, be innovative, and by learning a lot of ways on how to reach our learners. Okay, so I will not stay long here because I still have another slide, okay, for you to experience another way of evaluating an activity. All right, thank you for your cooperation. I will read a last respond. I would like to extend my great felt thanks to all the speakers. They are all knowledgeable and so great. This is very useful to us. God bless you more. Yes, amazing educators. Okay, thank you for that. And for the next slide with the same code. Okay, the same code here. Now I want you, my dear participants, to rate yourself in preparing your virtual classroom. How ready are you now? After the 3 day seminar, how do you find yourself now? I know the 3 day seminar is not enough. Yes, not really enough. But um, um, day by day, little by little, inch by inch, we can equip ourselves. That's why when I presented my topic last Tuesday, I really include the significance of having a growth mindset. All right, because mindset really matters and how we accept and on how we deal uh, any situations that we are in, either it's a favorable or unfavorable circumstances. So the first choice here is I am very excited to design my virtual classroom the soonest possible because I am equipped and have growth mindset. Okay. Another choice here. I am excited to design my virtual classroom, but not enough yet. I need more time to explore. So it's up to you on how you rate yourself. Okay. Then another option here. I am not excited to prepare my virtual classroom because everything is complicated. We also recognize that maybe there are some educators right now who still have that mindset, but we can, with the help of each other, we can encourage them, we can help them to build their skills so that they will become confident. Yes, we can do that. That's why teamwork is very essential. All right, so right now I have 40 respondents. Okay, thank you so much for that. Please, again, please bear with me because in a while I will be teaching you on how to come up with this kind of presentation. Okay? Are you excited to learn on how to do this? Can I hear a loud this? Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
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 yes.
yes,
yes,
yes.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Right. So, I hope you will do this one in your free time as well. Okay, let me move to the another slide. But this time you need to have a new code. Yes. By the way, I'm using a free account. This is not a paid account. This is a free account. But in one presentation, you have only 3 slides. If you want to have more, you can have the premium, so you need to pay for that. So please go back to your browser and type again www.menti.com and use the code 627945. So we have new code now. Okay. So later you will know who generated the code. Is there someone? Is it me or what? So you will know that later. Okay, so if ever you will try this platform, so you have the idea already on how to do it. Okay, so rank the following tools. Yes, all these tools are very important, significant, but I know you have your favorite tool with you. So we would like to hear from your end for the entire 3 day training, what tools really mark on you. Yes, so right now on the first rank, Microsoft Teams, yes, followed by Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Excel, OneDrive, OneNote, Forms, Outlook, and Planner. Yes, I hope everyone can join. Again, this is not just exclusive for our participants inside Microsoft Teams. We also welcome those participants or those viewers in YouTube and YouTube. All right, so yes, thank you so much. Rank the following tools. I know these tools are very important, but we need to have an idea also on how you like to use that tool in your virtual classroom. Yes. Right. Just imagine how awesome Microsoft 365 is. All of them have the collaboration or awful or I mean or co-authoring capacity as long as you are online. But if you will use the A3 account, you can install the offline version of PowerPoint, Microsoft Teams, OneDrive, Excel, Word, OneNote. Yes. And all these tools are, you know, very essential. And take note, the installed tools in your devices, if you have your A3 account, have some features. Okay, they have a lot of features that you can use in your virtual classes uh, compared to the online version. Yes, but still, both versions are useful to all of us. So we must be thankful. We must be grateful that Microsoft offers free account to all of us through A1. Yes, thank you, Microsoft. Yeah, so right now I have 46 respondents. So if you will use this platform, you can monitor. Like for example, in your classes, you have 50 students. So you can monitor if there are some who were not able to give or submitted his or her response yet. Okay, thank you for this. I will wait until you reach 50, then let me proceed to the next slide. Okay. Yes. And okay, it's over 50 already. Let me move to the next slide. Oh. Oh. Hey, speakers. Hold on your breath. Are you ready for this? Can I hear yes, yes, yes? Or let me skip this slide. What do you think? Hello, my fellow speakers. Are you
Yes, yes,
excited?
yes.
Is it okay, Sir Kent, uh, Sir Donald,
Yes,
Sir
yes,
Glennie,
yes.
Sir Fritz, Mom Gwen, Mom Gwendolyn? Okay, it's fine with
Yes.
them. So, yes, that's how professional these speakers are. They are not scared of what rating will they be able to receive because we believe those rating that we receive from our participants, it challenge us more to become better and, of course, to be best in the future. Yes, rate the speakers now. Thank you so much for your heartfelt cooperation in rating us. Yes. So just imagine if you are the speaker, how courageous you are to receive that rating. Okay, so yes, as educators, we need to have that growth mindset. We should give room for our improvements. All right. So please go to www.menti.com and use the code 627945 and you can participate in this evaluation, not just for the participants in the Microsoft Teams, but also in Facebook and YouTube. So right now we have the highest, Sir Glennie Lapping. I have 5 respondents at the moment. All right. So please keep sending your uh, response for this activity. Yes. All right. So go, go, go. It's our 8th batch. So that means to say we are getting tougher when it comes to rating ourselves and accepting the rating that we receive from our participants. All right, so on the top now, Sir Fritz, Sir Donald, Sir Fritz, Sir Glennie, Sir Kent, yours truly, then Mom Judeline, Mom Gwendolyn. But I know it will keep on changing as others will submit the responses. Yes. All right. So this is how interactive the platform is, and this is how engaging this platform is if we will use this one in our virtual classes. Yes. Thank you so much for your participation. We really appreciate everyone. Yes. And I hope everyone will participate because this is part of your requirements in claiming your certificate. You need to complete the evaluation. Yes. All right. So I will not stay long in this slide. I will just wait until the respondents will reach to 50. All right. So congratulations to our dear participants. Case. Yay! Yeah. So I need to move now to the next slide. Thank you for that. Now, we would like to hear your overall webinar rating. So if for you everything was great, so please choose option 1. If the training makes you confused, you can have option 2. Or if you never appreciate anything in this webinar, you can have option 3. All right, thank you so much. Okay, so right now I have 35 respondents. Yes. Okay. 40, 41, 42. Okay. So one responded option 2. Then 42 responded option 1. Thank you for that. We really appreciate your feedback. Feedback is very important.